You have to understand something. You don't like the fact that I'm not organized. You don't like the fact that I forgot to take out the trash. You don't like the fact that, I'm energetic. You don't like the fact that I'm forgetful. But I have to remind you of this. I don't care what you think about me. It is what God feels about me that's gonna blow me up or not. Yeah. Not pleasing you and making you happy. Now, my desire is to make you happy. But at the end of the day, baby girl, if you go, I'm trash, it does not matter.
You ready?
Edition of the Secret to Success podcast. I'm your host, CJ, joined as always by the Bayesian sensation, Mr. Carl Wesley Phillips.
What's going on, y'all? What it do?
I got Dr. King in the building. Dr. King, what's happening?
Hey, man, living life and living it more abundantly.
If Jamal looks excited today, it's because the Bears have the Super Bowl, formerly known as the Lions Invitational, the draft. You know what I'm saying? When you're excited when you got the first pick, it's like your Super Bowl. It's like, man, we don't have nothing to actually look forward to. So the audacity of hope over here.
Well, thanks to Carolina,
okay,
we got the
first and
the ninth.
Okay, trust me, baby. Listen, we had the whole first round. You know what I'm saying? I got Douglas. Douglas, how you feeling?
Hey, I don't know, man. I'm like, man, Lions. Was that luck, or are we gonna be able to pull it
no,
off?
that wasn't no luck. No. Luck is for leprechauns, and you ain't green. Hey, by the way, remember we had that shirt back in the day?
No question.
That shirt was
Fire.
we had a shirt that said "Luck is for leprechauns, and you ain't green," and the U was in what was the U? It was like a different color. So anyway, we had to bring that back to the grind gear. Shout out to grind gear going crazy. Also, man, before we get started. Y'all need to know our huge speaker conference is going down June 8th and 9th
through the 9th.
or 7th, June 7th through the 9th.
You're going to be there at 8, so.
Yeah, I'm going to be there the whole time. Let me make sure I got it right here for y'all. Next Level Speakers Conference.com. Next Level Speaker Conference.com. NextLevelSpeakerConference.com. Make sure y'all go sign up. For those of y'all who want to learn the game, the ins and outs of the industry, we're going to have the top of the top in there June 7th through the 9th in Atlanta. So make sure you get your tickets right now. NextLevelSpeakerConference.com is about to go crazy. You were at today's draft night. Yeah. You did the draft. You did something at the draft today.
They just had a program for all the high school male athletes. So
okay.
Denby, Central, Henry Ford. Shout out to Henry Ford Trojans. Cass Tech was there's everybody. And it was dope, man. That's about I hit Tully there.
Oh, yeah.
So I hit Tully up and then
he was there. Okay.
I didn't get to see him.
Okay.
Yeah, he told me he was.
Shout out to Stephen Tullock, Lions legend. You know what I'm saying?
And then I hit Marquay Ball and I told him, I'm gonna swing back by and check him out. But it was good, man. It was a kid there. It was weird, but he did Q&A and he challenged me, and I didn't really know what he was talking about at first. He was just kind of asking me, what's your plans for the community, now?
Mm-hmm.
It's like we know all the stuff that you did and you doing, but right now. And so I told him or whatever, and he pulled me to the side afterwards, like, no, you didn't hear my question. Like, what are you gonna be doing for Detroit? And I was like, oh. Kurt, them here, the people here, just let's get locked in. Let's figure out what I'm always willing to do something at home, but I like it because, more I feel like he was aggressive. He was like, "Oh, Dubai is good, Super Bowl, all that's good, but how you help in the city specifically?" And so I was like, "Oh yeah, no, let's talk." So feeling good though, man, that our young people, they get a bad rap. First thing, and I asked C to put a little note together for me, but I had 77 kids text me after the presentation. So when they say like, "Oh, our young people don't want nothing," I'm like,
you gave your number out publicly again?
And
yeah, he just screamed his number out to the whole crowd while he's speaking.
Bruh, he's been doing that for years.
Years. Yeah. But that's crazy. Most of the time, believe it or not, 1 or 2 people will call.
Yeah.
77 males.
That's how you know he got bread. He answered every call.
Yeah.
You ain't answering every call if you got any type of bill, outstanding bill. Like, bro, you can't just be, hello. They be like, yeah, this is DirecTV.
Child support trying to find you.
Yeah, nobody got time to be answering every call, bro. He just be in the car. If he ain't got nothing going on, He just, hey, hello? Like, what's up? And I promise you, 90% of the time, he don't even know who it is.
No.
But he gonna chop it up like, what's good,
No.
fam?
How's your mama doing?
Yo, he got a hotline. Like, it's just like a motivation hotline.
No question.
You just call it. If you roll the dice and get lucky, he
We
pick
need
up,
to set
you good.
that up. We need to set that up.
No,
saying,
that's
Maul.
Talking to
that is-
hotlines,
It worked,
I remember
Maul.
back in the day.
But let me tell you something. Maul done told me he done blocked every number that he don't have stored just on permanent block. It goes straight to voicemail.
It's straight to voicemail,
Good.
bro.
That's good.
Because I can't. It's too many people.
Yeah, no question.
I just can't get nothing done.
Yeah, no
But I
question.
was talking about as far as when you talk about
Yeah,
numbers.
oh, no, come on.
Back in the day when I was on this side, the fan experience side of ETA.
Maul love calling it the fan
Oh,
experience.
I remember. I'm about to tell you a little quick story. Man, I called one time the helpline. ETA had like a helpline or something.
Your mama picked up.
Bruh, listen.
Oh, for sure.
Listen,
out to
literally,
Mama Thomas.
Mama T
Yeah.
picked up the phone.
Yeah.
And literally, I think I had a dispute. I didn't get my tickets, and the conference was coming up, and I paid VIP.
Yeah.
Nothing came to my email.
Yeah.
So I'm tripping out like, yo, where do I go? What?
Check your spam.
Yo, bro.
No doubt.
And so I called, and then Mama T was on the phone. I didn't know Mama T then. I didn't know, I just heard
Yeah.
you talk about it.
Oh, she'll tell you in the first
Oh,
10 seconds.
listen.
If you listen.
This is
Bruh,
ET's
we gonna let
mom.
you
How can
know.
help
I
you?
was on the line, and I was just like, because she was trying to tell me, oh, just come to the conference. And I'm getting a ticket. I gotta. And she's
Yeah,
like, just
oh,
come
oh.
there. Right. She's like, just come and
Look for me.
You're right. Everything will be taken. And I'm like, lady, ma'am, who are you?
Right.
How do I know that I'm really gonna be
Oh,
like,
yeah.
man, I'm
No,
coming to
you
see
good.
ET? And she, well, I'm his mama.
Hey, now listen.
I was like, you ET's
I'm
mama?
the ET maker.
I
I
promise
said the
you.
secret
Mate.
behind the secret.
Hey, and do you know that she literally met me
Oh,
like
yeah,
at
come
the
on.
conference,
question.
bruh, and was
Hey, man,
like,
so, now where else besides Chick-fil-A can
yo,
you
Customer
get that
service.
kind of door-to-door?
I will never
service.
forget that though.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, bro.
What
I
makes
just
us who
used
we
to
are.
have to pull mom's back a couple times. She was like life coaching people on the call. Like, can I talk to ET? I got some problems. She's like, what's the problem, baby? She was walking them through.
Behind the secret.
I said, we're not doing one-on-ones on the tech support call.
Mom ain't no joke.
Oh, praise
had to
God.
fire.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, this is espresso. It's not anything else you might be thinking.
Like a little liqueur.
Just
I
gotta
was
say
gonna
it.
say to more of those who are doing business, like, don't hear this as entertainment,
Yeah.
but really listen to what we're saying. The level, and for each person is different, but the level of dialogue you can have, with your people. Now, I told somebody on our mastermind this morning, because they was talking about, like, how do you still keep in contact? And I was like, for me, one of the things that changed the game for me is when social media added the mics.
Let me
mic,
tell you
bruh.
something.
Bruh.
He is the king of the voice note.
voice note.
Oh, he'll leave you a voice note so quick, boy.
Bruh. And let me tell you
You
something.
invented that voice note.
Bruh. Let me tell
Yeah.
you something more. When somebody hits you up, most of the time when people DM me, they always start with, hey, whoever's managing this.
Oh, yeah.
Messages.
You know what I'm saying?
Ah.
Like, I know E probably ain't gonna never hear this.
Here
But-
come E. What up? What up?
And I'm like, hey.
He giving you the
I'm
full.
like, first of all, this ain't CJ, this
Yeah.
ain't Carl, bro.
Oh, it definitely ain't C.
We ain't playing them games. It's
No.
ET. And all you got to do is just say something
Yeah.
meaningful. Like you look at their page, see what they're doing, what their interests are, whatever they name right there. Every now and then you might not have, like Jamal. You might have chocolate from down chocolate
Yeah,
thunder
yeah.
from down
Down
under.
under, yeah.
And I just
That's
like,
Maul's profile, too, though.
okay.
They used to call me bodacious, dog.
So I don't say the whole thing. I just like, chocolate, what's up? You know what I'm saying? But, bro, the response, they like, yo,
Yeah.
E.T., that was you.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah. So to Maul's point, though, I had a young lady on the, she's in the mastermind, like the big boy, the $40,000 with E.T. pretty much every day boy.
Yep.
And she said this morning, she said, yo, the thing that got me was you guys had you'd sent out a message to our phone, automatic message, where it's like, E left the message. And she's like, I kind of know that, he can't possibly be calling everybody.
Yep.
But she was like, yo,
Au contraire.
she
He
said,
will call all y'all.
she said, yo, the authenticity and she's like, yo, I needed that message. I needed that word. And the way he said it, she's like, I thought he was only talking to me. And she was like, from that, I went stream execution. And from that, I went but she was like, it was that day I got in the car and I was going through something and I got a message on my phone from, yo, what's up? It's E.T. And but she didn't tell me what the message was, but she was just like, yo, it was crazy.
Yeah.
So for those of you who have businesses who are watching or listening, for real, man, don't ever get to the point where, first of all, whatever your superpower is, my family is talking. So I'm already knowing once I put my mom on, she's not going to be like that. Y'all know, like, you ever, even today, Didi ordered from Outback, and the first thing Didi said was like, man, they acting like they don't want to be there. Like, they acting like I'm giving them a hard time because I'm calling and ordering food.
The exact same thing.
You bothering them.
Right. She's like, it's like, and so a lot of us, when we do business, we may do it, but it almost comes across like you're bothering me, like stop bothering me, or it's AI. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, even with AI, you could throw the HI boy on it. You know what I'm saying? You could do the human intelligence boy. And so for those of you listening, man, just make sure whatever you do, however you do it, mine was my mom, me with the voice memo, just make sure, man, it's authentic. People feel you. Because when people feel like, you know, they're just a random number, I promise you, they clicking you off and they'll never work with you again.
Yeah, no, and that's a good point in this, world now of everything AI and, everything kind of, being generated, that personal touch and that personal element. I know you text me a few things. I don't know which one you want me to bring up, but I think let's go with this. You talked about, like, for real, you've been seeing a lot of people overly concerned with people's opinions. And you text me the other day, and I believe you just worded it. I can always tell what's on E-Spirit. He just texted me, the only thing that matters is what you think and God thinks. If God co-signs it and endorses it, you good. And I wish that was true for most people. But help us, those of us who can't seem to understand that concept, what you was talking about.
Yeah, so I probably should have talked to Carl before because I know I'm not going to get it right. But they're saying in the earth, for real, like no games, there are frequencies.
Oh, 100.
Yeah, it's vibrations.
Yeah.
And the higher the vibration, the healthier it is. So however that works. So like love is one of the higher vibrations, right? Jealousy is like a low vibration. So they're saying that just whatever you put off, like it has an energy level to it. And that energy level produces something, right? And so, ever since C said it, I probably try to say it every day or whenever I talk. Even if I don't say it out loud, I'm thinking through it. Reverse engineer. Like I said, we didn't do a good job of documenting everything we did. So now when we tell people, you're trying to use your memory.
Yep.
And at my age, it's tough, brother. Remember the details of everything.
Well, you just told us today you don't really remember nothing until after college.
Yeah. No, I'm telling you the truth. I was like high school a little bit, but elementary, middle, I don't really recall that kind of stuff. Probably my sophomore, junior year, I started kind of, if you ask me something, I'm like, oh yeah, I got it. And so I've been reverse engineering. I'm like, what's sucking, like, what's the things that we do that elevate us, and what are the things that we do that we spend energy on, but it's really more self-sabotage? Like, meaning like you really putting in effort. Like you really are. Like you're not lazy, you're not trifling, like you getting up, you doing your thing. And so it hit me, as I've been watching the internet, I don't know, just this year, I haven't been working a lot. So I've been having a chance to really study it. And I'm like, wow, it's crazy. There are people who are not okay with the fact that they're okay. If people don't think that they're okay, they're bothered by the fact that they're okay, but people don't know they're okay. You feel me? So, so for instance, you talk about Maul all the time. Like Ma been living like this, and Ma been on this, but like you can't go to Ma's page and see it.
No.
You feel me? So it's like I can't go to your
To this day.
I can't go and see it.
Right.
You feel me? But it's real.
Yeah.
But for a lot of people, they don't understand that a part of your success is your ability to be okay with really being successful and not worrying about people's opinion of your success.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like not being not having to. You said some stuff today about, just your lineage or whatever and why you decided to do it. And it's weird because you didn't go, okay, I checked in with siblings, I checked in with parents, I checked in with my mentor, I checked in. You were like, bruh, this is something that I wanted to do. And despite, even CJ's commentary, it's like you own this, bruh.
Yeah.
You feeling this. And so I was just saying to a couple people who I knew, like, yo, and I'm telling you, I'm not lying. I would call and they'd be like, bruh, man, I don't care what nobody think. I said, stop lying. I could look at your internet and see you care about what people think because you posted every move you made. And listen to me, I'm not playing. You was making some moves, bruh. You made some international moves. Like, you was making headway. But I could tell it's not enough that you're making headway. They need to know you're making headway, and they need to be okay with it. So when I said that, my wife and I had a conversation, and it was like, I don't know if she was repenting. That ain't really her swag.
Oh, I was about to say.
Yeah, that ain't really her swag.
Yes.
But she was kind of saying, moving to Lansing, I could see now Jalen doing his thing, Jada doing her thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm happy the church as well. We gotta, and I didn't say anything to Dee to maybe a couple days later, but I said it to her in worship. I love you, sweetheart. But when I moved to Michigan, I could care less what you thought. I was like, I could care less. I could care less that you had an attitude.
When you first moved
When we
here.
first
oh,
moved.
yeah. Come on.
I was like, I could care less
Come on.
that you had an attitude and wasn't talking to me for 3 months. Like, I don't care. I vividly heard God say, we need to move to Lansing. And I was willing for you to not talk to me for 6 months. Like, I was willing for you to leave me if that's what you wanted to do.
S2S Podcast fam, what's up, man? I know y'all been hearing us talk about the Patreon, man, but we taking it to another level. That's right, man. Access to live podcasts. You can watch the pod live on Zoom. Patreon fam, what's good, man? All right, we're going to do a Q&A afterwards. Also, man, we got early access to the pod. Everybody else get it Thursday. You get it Tuesday, man. We got discounts on merch, tickets to events, unreleased ET content, man. He speaks all over the world. Y'all gonna get that content that nobody else gets, man, as well as, these beautiful gentlemen sitting here, you know what I'm saying? Carl, Maul, E.T. on his way. He had to go pick up some food for Didi, but y'all gonna get early access to that. And kind of like low-key my social media, man. That's the only place I actually be posting. And shout out to my baby. Those of y'all been asking about Trey's Comedy Corner, we got him on Patreon too, man. Y'all go to Patreon, check us out, S2S Patreon. Man, don't tell nobody. It's like $7, bro. Y'all come check us out, man. Show some love, support. Appreciate y'all. Love. Can you walk us through that, man? Because some of us who maybe don't hear the voice of God that clear.
Like that, yep.
You hear like, and you know what's crazy? E and my wife, I think that's why they always had a great relationship because my wife is on the same thing. She told me God told her something super clear the other day. I called you about it. And I was just like, okay, wow. Like, y'all be hearing from God like how I'm talking right now.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I hear from God. I feel like me and God got a relationship, but it's not like a audible like thing. It's like a spiritual, like, whatever. But you and Candace both had that, like, God told me. Do you remember, like, where you were at? Did he tell you over the course of, like, a year? Did he tell you, like, you got up for your 3 a.m. walk, you was walking, you never even thought about going to Michigan, and God was like, go to Michigan? Like, how did it, like, walk people through how it actually happens?
All right, so look, it's this young lady named Claire on the, and she's in the mastermind. And Claire, white female, she told us the other day she's Roman Catholic. Right?
Shout out to Catholicism. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
The kid was brought up. Catholic, peace be with you.
Yeah, so she was like, Mother Teresa, and I was dying laughing. Like,
Oh, that's your favorite.
I was like-
that's E favorite.
she was like, the one with the white, and then
Oh, he's like, hold on, stop.
Go. I was like, you good. That's
yeah.
Michael Jordan to me. I'm like, you good. You good. I know exactly who she is. And so she was talking about angels.
Mm-hmm.
And when she finished, I had to say on the call, hey, here's what's crazy. We all believe that they're angels, but we don't subscribe to it like that. So I was telling everybody, because I already know how people was on the call kind of like, oh, she talking about angels and she talked to angels, whatever. And I was like, hold up, time out, y'all. Like, don't get it twisted. We know the Bible speaks of angels. It's just if you black, you probably go more with Jesus than you do anything else. Or maybe you caught the Holy Ghost or something. But like those the two that you really play off of. But I was like, angels are real, And so I only say that, see, because what she said to me was, I was telling the story of, hey, I got a car that, Didi was like, I got to get rid of this Mercedes because she was like, it doesn't have the rear view mirror features. So it's a 2012 or whatever. So it's like,
oh yeah, like when you switching lanes, it don't give you the indicator.
It don't indicate.
Yeah.
So I was telling everybody like, yo, Didi wanted a new car, So I was like, I've got of course a Escalade, and I was like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I probably only use about 5 or 6 features, and there's probably 35 features on it.
Easily.
I've never did the parallel park boy. I just do it on my own.
I'm about to ask you, can we trade Escalades? Because I need TV, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, bro,
Right.
I never me off so bad.
Yeah.
I got babies,
I never
bro.
used kids.
I got grown kids.
I told you, I got the
Your son
TV.
don't watch the TV?
The TV in our model, you
Yeah.
gotta have a
drive. Remember I told you,
yeah.
you gotta have
It's
you
not
gotta
like
have a
that.
USB.
Yeah, it's not like
It's not
that.
a smart. Even though I got internet in the truck,
It's
the
still in.
TVs aren't smart.
Yeah.
I got in his truck, and I was like, why he got YouTube?
YouTube,
Hulu?
everything.
Everything.
Oh, bro, I was so pissed.
so I
And
don't use
so
it.
I don't know if I told you, I called Cadillac
Yeah.
and was like, hey, can you upgrade my TV?
Yeah.
Like, I'll bring it in and upgrade the TVs because the kids,
Yeah.
we go on a road trip.
Yeah, they want to watch
it.
it.
They still got to bring, so they got a whole screen right
Yeah.
there and still bring their iPads. And they was like, nope, it's not. We can't. I was like, bro,
Meanwhile, both of mine's got it.
oh,
and I
ain't
can't.
nobody touching
only
them.
one of yours got it, right?
No, both of them.
Got the smart?
Yeah, both of them got the smart.
Yeah, let me
Yeah.
get one of them.
Yeah.
Let me get that one.
So I was just
Either
saying,
fine.
Ma, we don't use the features.
Yeah.
And God has given us features.
Oh.
And we don't use all the features that God has
Wow,
given
you got 35.
You feel me? It's like God has given, you only go with the ones that your little community or the ones they taught you about.
Can
But
we
don't
make you
use
the
all
host of the show? I like this. Let's make you the host.
Don't do that.
Come on, keep on.
Don't do that to me.
I like this.
Don't
Come
tear
on,
up
the
my
way you just
friendship.
set that up.
Yeah, don't tear my friend.
You got to give him credit. The way he set that up.
Yeah, don't tear
That
my
was pretty
friendship.
good.
All right, don't
That was
tear
pretty
my-
good.
I've been carrying this pod for 8 years.
I'm just
He
saying, though.
hit 1-3 and more want to give compliments.
That was clutch.
Hold on, man. Hold on, bro.
That was clutch.
Hey,
Bruh.
It's
go
called
ahead.
recency bias.
Oh,
What it
bro. He's never stopped the podcast.
I'm just saying, that was pretty. I got to give
Carry
my
on.
brother credit.
Right, so I was
Carry
just
on.
saying, for me, one of the features that God gave me early was literally, in my homeless kind of whatever, and I drove to Atlanta with somebody that would be considered like my God, brother, if you will. He was just a little bit older than me, him and his wife. So he was moving down there. So I was driving F-150, Ma. F-150 all the way to Atlanta with the dude boy. I had just learned how to drive. He was letting me push it. Bro, I used to sing hymnals when I was homeless. I'm on life, bro. I'm not playing. I was singing, and I heard the angels start singing with me. Like I was in a weird place.
When you were homeless?
I was homeless. Like I was in a weird place, but I was going to Atlanta with him, and we was setting up, his spot. And we was just driving. He was asleep. My other, like God brother was in there. He was asleep, and I was driving, bro. And I literally heard the angels singing with me. You know what I'm saying? And I just imagine them being, like they not.
Did it
physical.
scare you a little bit, or was it like
No, it was
weird, or did you
soothing.
just lean into it? And how long
I
did it
leaned
last?
into it. It lasts for like about 30, 40 minutes. And then occasionally
wow.
when I be in a bad space, I would sing and I would hear them and I'd feel their presence. Like, man, I'm not really into that. Like,
Yeah.
but I'm like, yo, you can't say that it's not happening because you're scared about what people are gonna say
What
when
people
you say
think.
it.
Yeah.
And that was my thing. That's how I knew caring about what people thought was
One of the
a
features
thing.
you had.
Yeah, you feel me?
telling people you ain't got it.
And they looking at you
Yeah.
like, Ain't no such thing. So
Right.
to your question, yes, it was those angels. And then I told LD we was driving to Milwaukee once, and I was like, God, I need a sign. You know, I know I ain't supposed to ask for a sign, but I need a sign. And I saw a shooting star. And then every so often, I would see shooting stars and something big would happen right afterwards. And so I was like, that's me and God's thing. To the point, y'all,
I was gonna
that
ask.
even on
I
my
remember you
app,
talked about it.
I do remember telling us that part before.
So that was it, though.
But I'm saying though, when you specifically heard go to Michigan though, what that was shooting star and you was like Michigan.
I don't remember that exact one. I do remember, though, this feeling of, yo, bruh, it was the craziest thing, and I hope this never happens to none of y'all. But I was going to church, and Pastor Doggett was a beast spiritually. Choir was killing it. And I would go to church, and I wouldn't feel nothing. And I was like, yo, something's wrong. Like, this ain't right. Like, I know he ain't do nothing to me. I ain't got no attitude with him. The choir don't sound the same. Like, this ain't right. And God was like, it's over. Like, it's done. You'll never get that feeling you got in the beginning because you're supposed to be this to people now. You're not supposed to get it no more.
Wow.
Like, you got to stop drinking milk.
Yeah.
And now you got to start giving people milk.
Yeah.
And I had never been nothing but it's too, like, not in a bad way, but I'm like, see, I never dreamed of being, like, I wanted to support, bruh. I was like, yo, this man on fire for the Lord. These people don't even realize who my man is and what he doing. So I just always wanted to support him. He'd go out of town, you know, every now and then they'd be fighting to preach. I would never want to preach. I was an usher. Me and my boys, we usher. I never want to do nothing else. And I remember coming to church and I was like, it was weird. Like, what is wrong? And then I kind of said something to him about it, like, bro, I'm feeling kind of funny. Like, I don't really know. And he was like, bro, you need to get out of here and go to Michigan State. They've been asking you to come. Wow. You don't have no excuse. You need to go. Get out of Huntsville. And I left. And I promise you, the church crumbled. You know, I won't get into the details, but a few years later, it was nothing. I'm talking about pastor wasn't there no more. It was a lot of devastation, bro. You know, relationships, divorce. It was just a lot of devastation. And so God was like, I was telling you that for you, it's going to spoil. And I was like, all right, Didi, we got to go. And I'm telling you, Didi fought me, bro. Didi was like, look, if God is telling you that, I believe you. So just go ahead and go. And I'm going to stay here with the kids.
So gangster, bro. Dead serious.
Yeah, she was
You
serious.
know, Diddy, like, go do your 2 years, get you, come on back.
And I didn't believe in that. Like, I'm like, bro, I ain't from Africa. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not from Africa. Like, I have citizenship.
Well, Maul is.
Yeah.
Maul did his 23 and me.
Not 23andMe. My.
Oh, they not getting paid. Don't put it down.
Well, 23andMe is one.
What? Oh, is it?
Yeah,
they
it
not,
is.
Okay, they're not paying for it.
Right.
Okay.
You don't want them.
Yeah. No, neither one.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? They
If you're going to choose
Edit
one.
that out.
Maul did his ancestry.
Yeah. And finally from Africa. So, no. So I was just like, it's not happening.
Yeah.
So I don't put my foot down a lot. In those days, especially. Yeah. So it was like, you know.
I would have paid to see that conversation.
Oh, no, it was no conversation.
I see pride.
Yeah.
No, he needed a motivational speech for that one.
How long
No
after
way.
this? Like, I'm just saying, this was the ET spending money on hats and stuff. I'm saying,
no.
Were you like mature now?
I had my degree from Oakwood.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Oh, I was speaking, traveling. I had worked at the school for 2 years, so she was geeked because I had a full-time job. Okay. I had insurance.
You had finally started acting right, and now you about to mess it up.
Right. Now I'm like, yo, we got to go. You know what I'm saying? And so it was rough. She didn't talk to me all the way to Lansing. And then for some time, you know, when we was here, she didn't. But that's what I meant when I said.
Because you moved her into a
they did.
apartment with like a frat house.
I wasn't even in an apartment at first. They had me in the Kellogg Center.
Kellogg, yeah.
They had me in the Kellogg. Bruh, you ever been to the Kellogg Hotel, bruh? You could do like this and touch the walls in the hotel, bro.
That's your whole family.
Tiny, bro. Had everybody, the kids.
Yeah, and you know he was. I mean, they was doing well. They came from a nice crib.
Yeah. All right, right. I was living in Anderson Hills. Yep, had a real nice house and gave up everything. Like literally, when I say we didn't take nothing with us but the clothes on our back, she was piased. You know, but what I realize is that's energy though. So if I'm giving my energy to her and she pissed, and then I'm trying to go to school, I'm trying to start the Advantage program, it's too much. And so it's like, yo, look.
I was always wondering, like, when I first met D and she wouldn't say nothing to me, I was like, I thought it was me. It was really him. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man. I was like, I remember the first time I met D, we was at Rite Aid. And I don't know what happened. We pulled up in the truck and D pulled up in her little Honda. And I remember you being like, oh, this is my wife or whatever. Yeah. She was in the car and she looked over and was like, oh, gave me like the little half-hearted wave and peeled out. I was like, oh, okay.
The first time was I met y'all at the church. They introduced them the first time to visitors, and the look on Diddy's face was, I wish one of y'all say something to me right now.
Yeah.
I'll never forget it. Like he get up, he doing his thing, but Diddy was like, don't even look over.
I'm there. Let's be happy. Diddy like, no, she didn't want to be here. But
meanwhile, he giving his phone the route to the whole world.
The whole world.
He don't want to talk to nobody. They say opposites attract. All right, cool. So in you feeling, so it sounds like, again, just to go back, for those of us who looking for that, uncomfortability is one of the signs of hearing from God. Like if you're starting to feel I don't want to put words in your mouth. I ain't the pastor. I'm just trying to.
Yeah, no, I'm saying deduce. I think we're uncomfortable with a new level of success. You know, so I had gotten more to a place where I was like, yo, this is all we ever dreamt of. We got the house, the picket, like literal picket fence.
American dream.
We the president of the university lived 2 blocks over from us. You know, everybody know we in the nice neighborhood. Like, bro, we in the neighborhood, bro. Like, half blackish a little bit, half, you know, what, bro, we killing it. You know, I'm speaking. Didi's a registered nurse, home health. She doing her thing. Church is great. Kids, school is great. Everything is great. And God was like, this is going to rotten. Like what you have now, 10 years from now, is not going to look like what it looks right now. It's going to rotten. Never even knew that a tornado would come through the neighborhood and tear our whole house down, bro.
Like literally.
Yeah, a tornado came through and knocked the crib down. So, you know what I'm saying? Like God, this is why we got to go with God, not us. Because we're so bent on protecting what we have. You don't even know what you have ain't gonna be there. It like not the way you thinking, I'm sure more that first house y'all got. It was a beautiful house. Like if you would have been there today, it would have been a beautiful house. But God was like, I got that for you. And you didn't even know when you got that, it was gonna have a pool inside that joke. It was gonna have a basketball rim. It was gonna have a tennis court. Like you didn't even, like you might have been able to see, okay, we're gonna move in that one day, but not the way it would look inside.
Are you ready to infuse your days with a burst of joy and well-being? Then listen up, because I've got something incredible for you. Today's episode is brought to you by Organifi, your go-to destination for premium wellness supplements. And right now, they're offering an exclusive deal just for our listeners. So just head over to Organifi.com/success and use the promo code SUCCESS at checkout to save a fantastic 20% off your order. Now listen, let's talk about something super exciting that just hit the shelves. Organifi Happy Drops. Picture this, a synergistic blend of herbs crafted to support the wellness of your mind, all packed into a delicious gummy. And before you ask, here's what sets these drops apart. Their star ingredient, saffron extract, clinically studied and renowned for its natural mood-elevating properties. Saffron, a spice derived from the Crocus sativus plant, has been a staple in traditional medicine for centuries, and Organifi's Saff Active is the real deal, clinically proven and pure with no pesticides or adulteration. Now let's talk about the benefits. These happy drops are here to regulate and balance your mood, promote emotional wellness, reduce feelings of stress and anxiousness, support healthy cognition, and provide a natural mood boost, all with no extra junk. Happy Drops are also packed with additional herbs like gotu kola, ginger, and passion flower, each with their own unique contributions to your well-being. Listen, the numbers speak for themselves. With the global mood support supplement market on the rise, there's no better time to invest in your well-being. And with Organifi Happy Drops, you're not just investing in any supplement, you're investing in a holistic approach to a happier, more balanced life. So what are you waiting for? Head over to Organifi.com/success. That's Organifi.com/success. And use the promo code SUCCESS to grab your bottle of happiness today. Remember, your well-being is worth it. As a parent, there's nothing more precious than the safety and security of our children. And that's why ensuring their future, no matter what, is a top priority for me. And if you're like me, you understand that having term life insurance is essential for peace of mind. Fabric by Gerber Life understands this need, and they're here to help. Fabric by Gerber Life is a term life insurance that you can get done right here, right now. You could be covered from your couch in under 10 minutes with no health exam required. If you've got kids, and especially if you're young and healthy, the time to lock in low rates is now. Fabric has flexible, high-quality policies that fit your family and your budget, like $1 million in coverage for less than $1 a day. It's all online and on your schedule, so apply when it's convenient for you. Plus, there's absolutely no risk. They have a 30-day money-back guarantee, and you can cancel at any time. Fabric was designed by parents for parents, and now they've partnered with Gerber Life, trusted by millions of families like yours for over 50 years. They have over 1,800 5-star reviews on Trustpilot with a rating of excellent. And Fabric has more than life insurance. They have free digital wills, investment accounts to invest for your kids' future, and so much more. And you can manage it right from your phone, so your family is prepared for anything. So why wait? Join the thousands of parents who trust Fabric to protect their family. Apply today in just minutes at meetfabric.com/success. That's meet, MEET, fabric, FABRIC.com/success. Meetfabric.com/success. Policies issued by Western Southern Life Assurance Company, not available in certain states. Prices subject to underwriting and health questions.
You didn't know.
We wasn't even trying to get that house. We was actually literally coming from another house. We had just got the contract. The realtor told us that, you guys, congratulations. I went out, real true story, I don't know if I ever told you this. It was another house right down the street from where my house is now. Me and Camille, I just wanted to surprise Camille. She loved this house. It was about 8,000 square feet. And I went, because the place was vacant. I went and got a fold-up table. I went and bought I got a bottle of wine, got some roses, and I wanted to put it in the house. And I had Camille come over and I was going to surprise her, like, man, we got the house.
Yeah.
This is the house she wanted. Yeah. The real estate broker told me we got the house. Literally, I'm in there with Camille. Somebody is at the door, and there's another real estate broker with another client. And they're like, what are you doing? And I'm in there with Camille at a table with flowers, bottle of wine.
In a vacant house.
In a vacant house. No joke, bro.
They
Camille,
was like, these the most romantic crackheads.
You can call Camille right now. And literally the
I thought y'all was nuts.
real estate broker was like, what are you guys doing? And I was like, my real estate broker said that we got the contract accepted on this property, that, we the buyers. And they said, no, you guys don't have the contract on this property. They was like, it's still for sale. And I was like, my real estate broker told me we got it. So literally, I called my real estate broker. My real estate broker still was like, you guys got it. Go get the earnest money. We're driving down the street. I just got a new bank at Chase Bank down the street. We driving down the street, and Camille sees a person put a for sale by owner sign outside in the house that we in now. Camille was, no joke, bro. Literally, Camille was like, that house that we always pass by, that big house. I said, yeah. She's like, somebody just put a for sale by owner sign in the front yard. She's like, why don't you pull over? Let's check it out. And I'm like, girl, somebody's trying to get this house. Like, we need to. And she's like, let's just go inside and check it out. I was like, Camille, we literally pulled over. The guy was like, yeah, I represent the seller. And it was like, you guys want to come on in? You can come inside. Camille was like, you want to check it out? I was like, dude, we got to get an earnest money. Literally, we go inside. I walk into the foyer. Now, you talking about gifts. I've never heard I don't hear God's voice like you hear God's voice. God shows me visions. I got that good where I can say something. Like when I was at your house, I said, man, I'm supposed to be speaking. I just got a vision of me speaking the next day. I've had visions of little J. I had visions of this. I have visions all the time. We go inside the house, the foyer area where the spiral staircase is. I stood right there, bruh. And I had a vision like this was supposed to be. It felt so peaceful and so calm. And I remember I asked the guy, and I looked at Camille. We didn't even go through the rest of the house. We was just in the foyer area. And I just saw the look on her face. And then I remember asking the guy right then and there. And I was like, what do I sign? And he said, don't you want to know how much the house is? And I was like, yeah, actually, how much is when he told me? I was like, but when he told me, $95 million there just yet. But when he told me, I was just like, yo, this is where we supposed to be. And then come to find out, my real estate broker was misinformed and we didn't get the contract on that other house. But we ended up getting the contract on that house. And it was done that way because God was like, yeah, son, this house, the one that you wanted, is 4,000 square feet more from the house you left. but for where you're gonna be at one day in life.
Come on.
You're going to need the pool, son, because there's going to be so many people that's going to see this and their faith is so low. You're going to need the basketball court. You're going to need, it's things about that house that we didn't even know, at the time, that it fits us to this day right now. And so I think a lot of people miss out on that, man.
Yeah, but this is the part I want to make sure y'all catch it. Jamal said, this is it.
Yeah.
Right? And so what happens for a lot of us, we should be further along. But we get this is it moment.
Yeah.
Like we have it.
Mm-hmm.
Then as soon as we get it, then we start to ask other people, is this it? You feel me? And so what I'm trying to say, as CJ always says, like make sure when they leave the podcast, they leave with a tangible step.
Yeah.
What I want to say is once you feel this is it, then from that point forward, everything else needs to be eradicated. Everything else needs to be surrendered. And you need to just go in that direction. And that's what I did. I went in the direction. God said, go to Lansing. And I went in that direction. And bro, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm getting goosebumps right now as we sit in here. Bro, you know what would have happened if I'd have stayed in Huntsville, Alabama, bro? Like I'm talking about to my own life.
Yeah.
I might be good.
Yeah.
I may have never gone down in the history books, bro. Look, I walked into and man, you just don't be want to say something because you want to
Come on,
seem like you been
No, don't do that.
being
Please
embarrassing.
talk. No,
So I don't
please
That's our
talk.
fam.
Yeah,
Shout out to the Patreon.
Please,
watch
y'all,
live.
be careful how y'all repeat
fam.
what I say because you get me in trouble.
Yep.
I literally went to an event today. You're talking about over 200 kids. I get in the event. I promise y'all, my man that was speaking, bro, he was doing some mental health stuff. He was killing it. But I could tell that he is a presenter, a consultant. He deep with this information. But it's a room full of kids, bro. They from the hood. It was like he had an A5.
Yeah,
They used to
rich, yeah.
Ryan's Steakhouse.
Burger.
Yeah, you feel me? They used to
Burger.
eating that kind of. So I'm listening to it. He breaking down Antoine Fisher. He talking about how you should open up your mouth when you feeling some type of way, what trauma, but they're young, right? So one of the individuals came up to me and was like, E, you're going to have to speak. You're going to have to bring the energy back up and you got to speak life into this, whatever. Bro, I promise you, I walk in there and stand there. Before I could speak, kids come up to me like, bro, when I was in middle school, I listened to your stuff. Bro, when my father died, I started listening to your stuff like, you my father, you don't even know you my father. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking, had I stayed in Lansing, in Huntsville, and bro, let me tell you something. When you talk about success, I had success in Huntsville, Alabama.
Oh, you was on the news. You
I had
was there.
success,
You was well known.
Could have been the mayor.
Bruh, I had success, bruh.
Yeah.
Meaning, y'all got to hear me now, because sometimes I get so excited I don't really break stuff down. You got to hear what I'm saying. As I'm listening to the outside voices, they are confirming that I'm doing it. And so I'm doing it. Look, I got a sermon this weekend, and here's what I say when I come out. Please still listen to it. I say you're only two places in life. Number one, you're not where you want to be. Or you're not where God wants you to be.
Ooh.
Wow.
God told me, make sure you tell them, because there's going to be some people going, oh, no, I'm where I want to be. And God is like, son, with your little cocky self, you are not where the features that I gave you, or you haven't tapped into the features I gave you yet. Now, you tapping into more of the features than most humans are tapping into.
Right.
But the features I designed you to tap into, you ain't even tapped into those yet. So it's only two things. It's number one, you ain't even where you want to be in life. That's a bad place to be. Number two is those of us who feel like we doing something. And God is like, you're not anywhere near where I want you to be. And I know it because when I was in Huntsville, bro, we had the house, we had the stuff. Like, I'm talking about relationships with the pastor. I'm at the church, I got just as much juice, pretty much, as pastor got in terms of credibility. Like, I'm working at the academy, bro. I'm the parents that's killing the game, I'm teaching their kid. I'm teaching the president's kid. The president's kid don't even want to go to school because it's secular. I'm teaching my man from the Bible. how to do English. You feel what I'm saying? Like, bro, we balling. I walk in somewhere, they like, that's E.T. God was like, not God, but if I was to compare that to Lansing, garbage, trash. And I never knew. God tricked me. You're gonna get a master's, then you're gonna go back to Huntsville.
If
bro.
that's what's gonna make
If
you
that's
happy.
what's gonna make
Is
you
that
feel,
what you told Didi?
yeah, that's what the plan
That was the plan.
Okay,
That's as much as he could tell me in terms of the features.
Yeah.
He ain't ready for me to give him the whole
and
full boy.
watch this. I'm sure he didn't even tell you that. You make that assumption.
Yeah.
He said, I'm going to send you up there.
Absolutely.
And you put the end to that.
That there's no way Lansing
Yeah. Could be the end
could
point.
be the end point
Yeah.
when Huntsville
Yeah.
is the mecca for Adventist.
Yeah.
There's no way you telling me I'm going to the G League in some kind of way. The G League.
Whoa,
I said,
I let y'all ride the first few times.
no. I said,
I let y'all ride the
I
first
said
few
for
times.
Adventism. I said
okay.
that specific.
Oh, okay. I didn't get
Lance,
that
you
part.
said Lansing is the
I
farm
missed
league. It's the minors. It's
I
the what?
missed the caveat. You know what I'm saying? I did.
You
miss
heard
the
it. You didn't want to
caveat.
hear it.
I
You heard it.
G League. Hold on now.
You heard it. And so,
been the crack chicken.
but we would become legendary here.
Yeah.
In Lansing, we would change the world from here. And so what happened when I got here was, and let me just say this way. So when we first got our first voiceover deal, I want y'all to hear this.
Oh,
we got
Lord.
our first voiceover deal. Watch where I'm not even going there. Watch where I'm going.
Oh, okay.
Everybody said, we love the stuff that you're doing on YouTube, but it's distorted audio. You got to come in the sound booth.
Mm-hmm.
I want y'all to physically see it.
Yep.
So what I want y'all to start doing when you feel like this is it, I want you to get in the sound booth. And one of the things about a sound booth, when they used to send us to those expensive studios, I'm being honest, if you've never been in a real one,
I hear you.
when you close the door to that sound booth,
It's nothing.
I can't hear CJ talking to me.
Nothing.
Oh, yeah.
You can't hear nothing.
I hear you loud and clear.
What they're getting is my premier, authentic, non-distorted voice.
Right.
Non-distracted.
It's not, bruh, the air in there ain't the same.
Yeah.
The only thing that you're gonna get in that mic is that, and that's what they needed when they was doing a commercial. They couldn't take it off of YouTube, whatever. It's distort, it's audio, and you can hear it well,
Yeah.
but at that level, whatever. So if C was in there and C wanted to say something to me, Jamal, I couldn't hear him. I wouldn't be able to hear C. He would have to get on a mic and speak to me through the mic. Wow. I'm talking to somebody.
Oh.
And what I'm telling you is, when you go, it's it. You on the outside, and all the voices is coming in and distorting
Wow.
the "this is it" voice. And so now you talk yourself out of what you heard. I'm telling you, you got to go in the sound booth, close the door if your wife ain't feeling it. Look, I don't disrespect my wife, but I have to tell Didi from time to time. Listen to me very closely.
I pulled a big joker on this
Bro,
one.
I have to tell my wife from time to time.
You get me like that too.
Yeah, and Carl, this is all I'm saying. In the spirit realm is, sweetheart, you have to understand something. You don't like the fact that I'm not organized. You don't like the fact that I forgot to take out the trash. You don't like the fact that, I'm energetic. You don't like the fact that I'm forgetful. But I have to remind you of this. I don't care what you think about me. It is what God feels about me that's going to blow me up or not. Not pleasing you and making you happy. Now, my desire is to make you happy. But at the end of the day, baby girl, if you go, I'm trash, it does not matter. If God says, I anointed that boy, and this is what, so with all your little pissed offness, you coming to Lansing, and the kids coming to Lansing, and this is what we're going to do. And I'm not doing it because I'm angry. I'm doing it because I heard his voice. And I'm not going to let your voice guide us. God's voice is going to be the guide.
That's it, bro. That's what you're saying is so important, and I think that everybody can't understand that level.
Yeah.
They can't understand it, bro. They can't understand that everybody is not going to see what you see.
Yes.
Everybody not going to do it.
No,
Camille,
I
my
think
own
very
wife didn't
few.
see when it came to the reason why we had to have little Jay. I couldn't.
Absolutely.
I just saw visions of who would have known that the birth and the story and the 7-year wait for him would bless so many other
Change
people.
the world.
It would change the world.
Oh, man.
Just the other day, I sent a clip of a pastor preaching about it in church. Literally
Your story.
My story, saying my name, Little J.
Hey, it's funny.
Wow.
And you hold your thought real quick, Mar. I just want to give you props. Shout out to Sky and Autumn who just had a little boy. And it's funny because they wanted a boy. And I was telling Mar the difference between one of my other homies. He had 2 girls. And then his wife got pregnant and he was like, I already know I'm going to have another girl. And he wanted a boy bad. But he was like, I already know I'm going to have another girl. He was looking up statistics. He was like, bro, say if you had 2 girls, the odds of you getting the 3rd girl, doing all of that. But this was before I met Maul, like before Maul really was like talking that talk. And then Maul met Sky and Autumn and was telling them like, yo, you got to like claim this thing. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Because he was tiptoeing. He was tiptoeing at first. We want the healthy baby.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
I do too.
Yeah,
I just wanted to be
everybody
boy.
wants the healthy
But I wanted to be
Hey,
a
that's
boy.
the biggest tiptoe ever.
Tiptoe.
I don't care. Now, some people might not care.
Big brother
But all y'all who saying that, right, ain't really on that. So they ended up, Sky was like, I got you, Mom, I'm locked in. And they end up having a little boy. So shout out to them. But like what you're saying is so true when you see the vision. I don't know what it is in terms of, the energy that you use to go after that, the prayer that you use, you know what I'm saying? Once you know it's already there. So anyway.
That's because once you see it, that's a great question. When you see it, it go back to what I said before. Like God speaks to me through dreams, through visions. Yeah. And at first I was like, man, how come I don't hear it like, maybe like an E might hear it. But Joseph had that same.
Yeah, he had the vision.
He had the vision. Yeah. Joseph, God spoke to Joseph in dreams and visions. And Pharaoh brought him.
And I don't never had none of those.
Exactly. And so Pharaoh brought him and made him ruler over everything because of the dreams and the vision, how he was able to interpret dreams. And so, man, I forgot. What was that point I was about to hit on? What was a point?
He asked you a question, but what I want you to hit on is, and I always want you to be careful because you said like, oh yeah, he showed you, I said the vision, then I did it.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that's like, they do hear the voices. And I know you're very close to your father. You're very close to your mother. You're very close to your siblings. You're very close to your wife. You feel me?
Yeah.
So how is it that you hear the voice of God in a vision? Because he's speaking to you through the vision.
Yeah.
And then you act on it.
Yep.
How do you not allow the distractions? But to C's point, after you don't do the distraction, boy, then how do you manifest it? Once it's like, yep, this is what God told me to do. Boom, let's go.
Yeah, so when I get a vision, and I tell people this all the time, my visions are just as real or more real than the actual realization of it. Yeah. I can't tell the difference. So when I was getting visions of Little J, I really meant that.
Yeah.
It was really a little boy coming to me in my dreams. And it was like almost every night, this little boy would do what he doing now to this day. He would just, how little Jay is, man, and how Jay is just so personable and talk to you and hold a whole conversation. Every night I would go to sleep. Bro, it got to the point where it was so stressful because this was a 7-year journey. I would sit back, bro, and try to stay up just because I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Yeah, every time I go to sleep, it's a little boy in his sleep that talks to me and plays with me. I said this years ago that we was playing baseball in my dreams. I was playing baseball with this little boy. Who would know to this day he go to baseball practice about 7 days a week?
8.
2 days. He's at baseball practice. He's at baseball practice right now for 2 hours.
Wow.
Right now. And I'm just like, it's so real. That vision is so real that you can't help but to make it come to pass. Because
and you're not doing anything. Like you're not like I'm trying to figure out because
I'm not focusing on it.
Right.
I'm not going to sleep like, oh, I want a little boy. Let me dream of it.
It's just
You did write it down. You wrote it down.
I wrote down. So everything that I do in my vision, I write down. So I write down what I see.
Right, I got it.
I write down what I
That's
feel.
something. That's
why I try to get the tangible.
Yeah. So I take create the vision and make it plain.
Yeah.
Right? Write the vision, right? Write the vision and make it plain. I write the vision. You got to see it in order to write it. So when you said you wrote it, I wrote what I saw. You got to see it first, then you write what you see. And then at that point, that's when you start, praying on it and you start speaking it into existence. But I literally, bruh, I was seeing it. I knew don't get the two mixed up. I always wanted a son. So wanting a son was totally different from the vision of him.
Right.
That vision was not something that I created.
You created. Okay.
That was something that was given to me. when I was with the Earn Your Leisure thing, I wanted to speak,
Right.
but I didn't. The vision of me speaking in front of 22,000, that was a vision. That wasn't me. I spoke already the night before. I already did what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
God, though, was like, no, it's going to be an opportunity. I want you to take. I prayed and had, I wanted a new circle of friends.
Yeah.
But God kept showing me this. He kept showing me, I didn't see your face. I didn't see your face attached to it.
Yeah.
I just kept praying on, I want to have change my circle of influence. I want people, other men, I want to hang with other men that love their wives. Bro, I was in a circle of guys that was married but did not love their wives. They didn't love them. And what I mean by love, bro, how we love being with our wives. We love traveling with our wives. We love going out to eat. We love serving. We love all of that.
Keep going. There's a couple more.
No, we love grown man gifts.
Hey!
But,
sound about noise.
bro, I was in a circle and working with people that did not. They just like, bro, they tried to get away from them. And I was just like, yo, this can't be. God would show me visions of being with different people. I didn't see your faces, but yet I was going to conferences. And then it's so crazy how when you have a vision of something, how the other side, right, it makes you know that the vision is real and it is good. Y'all came up to me from day one. First person came up to me while I was in this point of praying for a circle. Carl came up to me instantly. It's like, yo, man, who are you? Like, bro, you came out to see us, first conference ever.
And that's crazy because Carl didn't even talk back then.
Oh, but Carl, I got pictures of me and Carl. Matter of fact,
Holy Ghost.
the first picture.
Carl walking up and saying, "Who are you?" is crazy.
and
the Holy Ghost.
And just
It's
to show
wild.
things.
Spiritual.
Spiritual.
He had to be
And
in
just
the
to
tune.
show things,
Yeah.
me and Carl got in my phone. Me and Carl, first picture we ever took together, I was like, Carl, put them guns up. This is the first words I've said. And he in a picture.
Well, that's not a surprise.
But it's a surprise that Carl did it.
Now that ain't no vision. That's just,
And then all of a
That's
sudden,
flesh.
let me show you how God though brings the vision. And then all of a sudden, I'm just there and I had my cell phone out and I think y'all might have said no recording or something like that. And I was sitting in front, VIP'd up, and this was at the VIP dinner. And I had my phone because I was trying to get Camille, because Camille couldn't go. So I was trying to FaceTime her or whatever, I would record or something. And then C might have caught me with my phone out. And then C was kind of like, yo, what's up? What's going on, man? You know, who you, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, man. And you came over there. And I was like, man, my wife couldn't make it, man. And, man, I was just trying to get on, get you.
Yeah.
And then C
fan
was,
experience.
and yeah. All right. And you know what C said? C was like, oh, man, don't even sweat it, bro. Hey, let's go to the back. And then, man, let's make a video. And you was like, let's make a video for Camille. Dog, do y'all understand, dog? The level of, I was having visions. And then all of a sudden, God gave me a snippet. The first time me and you interacted, you made a video with me in the video, with Vontrell in the video, CJ holding my phone. Feel this, dog. The first time. Y'all didn't know that I was praying for this.
Yeah.
And God was showing visions of something.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, the first time I'm in y'all presence, this is the level of interaction.
But it's still from that, though, did you even realize that it was going to be
no,
this?
I still didn't. I still didn't.
Because it was years.
I still
and
did.
and that's what I
went
wanted to
by
ask
before
you.
we
It was
actually
still-
start hanging.
Yeah.
But just like my son, it was 7 years that went by.
Yeah, but how did you not, like, and maybe you don't even know, but how did you not allow, like, how did you stay in the sound booth for that long? How did you not allow other voices not to penetrate and
Yeah, that's
but you
the,
kept
that's
the voice that
especially
you
when
kept.
you were having Lil J, because everybody was like, all right, now you may want to.
Yeah. How did
All
you
right,
not
bro,
let
you-
that bother? Was it that you just concentrated on the vision and like, okay, I know he real. I don't even care what other people think.
Yeah.
Like, how were you able to physically do that?
I think the vision is part of it. Let's just say that's a quarter of it. But then the want. You know, you got to want something so bad that you ain't about to let other people
I
talk
got
you out of it.
Good.
And so it was.
What's the balance between the want and the vision, though? Because can you have a vision of something you don't want? I mean, I guess.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can.
Oh, you
I
definitely
didn't necessarily. I didn't want to speak in front of 22,000 people.
Yeah.
You know me.
Yeah.
That ain't necessarily a want for me.
Yeah.
I was cool the night before already.
Yeah.
That wasn't a want, but God showed me, and my faith level was so strong that I prepared myself.
I remember he called
That
Camille and was
morning.
like, I'm about to. And that was now you were a little nervous because you called me.
I did. But I told you that wasn't.
752 times.
I was
Hey, I
obedient.
told y'all it was crazy because I didn't go the second day Because Maul wasn't
happened.
speaking, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay,
It
cool,
wasn't
I'm
even
gonna
that
kick it with
deep, right.
the fam. You know, it's a lot going on. I'm gonna just stay with the fam, kick it. And all I know is I was in the sauna, and so my phone, I'd be losing service. And all I know is Candace came running down the steps. Maul was like, where the blank you at? I was like, what's going on? He's like, I'm about to speak.
Wow.
Like in front of the whole, you know, because he just did the
22,000.
VIP the night before. And he's gonna do the, you know, but it's funny because you did tell Camille before that.
Before that, and I changed
Yeah.
clothes. I had a set of clothes prepared just to hang at the booth,
Yeah.
take some pictures,
Yeah.
Sell my book.
Yeah.
And then Camille noticed certain shoes I put on, certain outfits. So every night before I speak, I put my outfit out.
Superhero. Yeah.
And literally, Camille was like,
Is that a vision or is that Jamal?
Camille was like, why
I
you
just want to know. I just gotta, you know what I'm saying?
Only heaven
Between
knows.
the spiritual and the
Only
earthly.
heaven knows.
Camille was like, why you wearing that? And I was like, man, that dream I had. And I was like, and she's like, boy, you not speaking. I was like, I saw something different. And I held to that. And I went there and I prepared myself, bruh, and it happened. And to go back to what you was talking about, E, it's crazy. All I kept hearing when you was speaking was how I always say that one man's obedience is connected to so many other people's destiny. If you did not be obedient to the word of God, to the voice of God, think about it. Let's go back in time. If we had a time machine and we just kept you in Huntsville, bro, all of this would disappear. CJ would probably be working at Ford.
GM, thank you.
GM. CJ would probably be working at GM.
Ford, what
Bruh,
you think I am?
crazy.
He would probably be working
General
at,
Motors, thank you.
I'm sorry, he'd be working at GM.
all the
Like literally,
It's all the same to me.
you can
Carl
start,
would have been spanking monkeys in Barbados.
you can start seeing, like,
That was
just imagine that, bro. You can see us disappearing. See, working the line.
look. I got E. I broke it.
No, I'm in Barbados. I'm in Barbados.
You see in Barbados?
Spanking
No.
a
I'd
monkey.
come up here. I
No,
met E
Carl
up
would
here.
be.
Immigration would have probably got you by now.
No, I'm just saying, I was in school. I'd have probably,
Get your
just say, I'm ignoring C. I'd have been working some science
I'm trying,
job, teaching or something. You know what I'm saying? Like I saw that trajectory.
Oh,
I'd have been here, but I'd have been teaching or doing something. Like, that's my dad. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, one man, bro.
Yeah, and I just want to say, I'm sorry, Carl, that for real, I do get to a point when I know it's God that I get locked in because I feel like if I go with man, the chances of it working out to my favor is slim to none. If we do it in the flesh, I already know the word says, he that buildeth a house without Christ, he built in vain. So I already know going with God in the long run
Yeah.
is gonna be better. And that's how I block out people because I'm like, you're speaking from fear, or you're speaking from anxiety, or you're speaking from an opinion. When God speaks, it's so. Like, it's no way, if it's really God, and I'd rather take a chance on not knowing if it's God and thinking it's God than I would man. I just know that I'm going that route.
So going back to what you said, I use discomfort as a measure. If I get, and again, similar to what Maul was saying, I don't get either. I don't get the visions necessarily. I don't hear God's voice audibly like that. But I'll get a feeling sometimes. And I was like, yo, you just got a feeling to give something that you wouldn't normally give. Where you think, like, what other force would encourage you to do that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just got encouraged to go stand up and talk. That is not Carl.
Yeah.
You just got to write a book. We just talked about that. Do an event, a mastermind. That is not me. So when I start feeling those things and seeing like, whoa, that's not where I'm trying to go. To me, there's no other force that's going to push me in that direction.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where there's a positive
Yeah, it's
outcome.
too beneficial for others.
For others.
Absolutely.
That's not coming from me. So that's the measurement that I use. But when you go back to frequencies, Ian, again, we coming fresh off of Gersh. Man, Gersh did some sessions for me this weekend that when I tell you, it was eye-opening for me. This is stuff that, again, you kind of hear and
Carl,
understand.
you got to say that for a whole nother pod. Don't bro, give him the basics.
Okay, I'll get a basics
that
here.
whole story.
I'll get a basics here. We got to get Gersh on
That
with
was
that.
phenomenal.
But when I tell you, like, everything on this planet operates on a frequency.
Mm-hmm.
Your body is made of cells, atoms, that everything, by frequency, it moves so many times per second, right? You got all kinds of,
Yep.
I'm talking bacteria, whatever it is. Everything is moving at a rate that we can measure, and that's what frequency is. How many times it's moving per second, right? Bruh, if we really think about it, and we talked about high energy, high frequencies, low frequencies, that kind of stuff. Like, bruh, this operates off of frequency. Let's go basic. Radio stations, right? You want to listen to a radio station, you dial it to that exact frequency you hear it.
Yeah.
If you're a little off or you're out of range, bro, it doesn't work. Right? So I'm saying, and I'm just tapping into what Gersh was saying. Gersh made us go outside and stand on the ground. Grounding is the concept. Shoes off. Like barefooted, just on the ground. And he was like, bro, you got so many things going on around you all day long. Cameras, lights, all that. He's like, these are all frequencies. And guess what? You are a frequency that impact you. So if you're not intentional about taking time to just go on ground, he's like, some of us sleeping with the phone dog on your pillow. Like, it's frequencies. And again, I'm not here to tell you if it's cancer, good, bad. Well, I'm telling you it's a frequency.
Yeah.
Whether it's good, bad, you figure it out. But I'm saying the way God designed your body, it too operates at a frequency. Yeah. Your mind, it too operates at a frequency. Those visions are at a frequency. The reason why I'd say you're getting the visions because you operate at a frequency.
Right.
I'm not going to get the visions you get because I'm not. You see what I'm saying? I'm not operating at that frequency in my day-to-day life. No. You operate at a level where God is like, oh, he's on this frequency. I'm going to speak to him here. You operate on a frequency where God is like, I'm going to speak to him here. Like, that's all of us.
What about me?
We will come back to that. No, I'm just saying for each of us as an individual.
I'll meet you at church tomorrow.
I'll be there early.
But what I'm hearing though, Carl, is that we all, if you think about it, we hear God in the 5 senses.
Yeah.
He hears them. That's hear.
Audible.
I'm vision, which is sight. You said touch.
But I'll let C answer first.
Oh, God.
Come on, see what's up.
You smell God. You smell God.
Taste the smell. You smell? Is that you, Lord?
The two instances, and as we're talking, this is so real for me. I got chills too when we're talking. The house that I'm living in now, we had no money. Literally, it wasn't no joke. We had no money. I obeyed something that I felt this impression. I've told this story before. If y'all didn't hear it, I'll share it quickly. But I obeyed an impression probably 2 years before that told me, whatever you were tithing, I need you to save. Literally, I just got this impression one morning, like 5:30 in the morning, I'm walking, and I was like, yo, I just got this impression. Whatever you're tithing, start saving. I'm like, what? Like, that don't even make sense. I don't have enough in my budget to do that. But I obeyed. I don't know to this day how we did it. I obeyed. Long story short, we closed on the property that I'm in now with that exact. I had an extra $140 in the account when we closed. The exact amount extra $140 was in that bank account to close on the property I live in. Now go back a couple steps. I walked through that door. Jordan was, I'm talking about a fiend for Thomas the Train. A fiend.
I remember that.
Now, mind you, I don't know if I ever told y'all know this whole story. I don't know if you know all of it, Maul. We actually are getting evicted out of a house. We were paying rent. Something happened. I'm not the owner. Something happened. We getting evicted out of the house. We're moving stuff into storage, and Didi and Tamisha going at an open house. First of all, I'm pissed. Like, y'all at an open house, and I'm in here in this storage unit lifting a couch. Me and my dad trying to pack in 90 degrees. It's summer. And Didi calls and said she knew Tamisha could. Tamisha's like, no, you got to call him and tell him because I know where he is now. Didi calls like, Carl, I understand, but do me a favor. Just drop what you're doing and come over here. Think about how God is orchestrating this. The day that I'm evicted Friday, this is Sunday. I got to get out the house by Monday. We're moving stuff, don't know what's going on, putting stuff in storage. I walk through that door, and if you walk straight through the kitchen and look, bro, there's a swing set, and the first thing I see in the house is a Thomas the Train swing set. Bruh, I stopped right there, and I'm talking about, I'm crying. Like, the feeling was so strong. Like, I literally was like, God, do not play with me. This ain't funny, God. This disrespect, like, you disrespecting me, God. Like, I'm being real with you. Like, bro, how you gonna show me something like that, knowing the position I'm in right now, knowing I don't have the money, and I'm going at God like, bro, I'm talking, we about to go blows. Tamisha, Didi walking through, my dad walking through. And I'm like, yo, I can't look at this house. Like, I literally went back outside. I'm tearing up again thinking about it. I went back outside like, God, how you going to play with me like that? Now, the frequency I'm on, I promise you, wasn't near what God was on, but he is so gracious and merciful. He like, you dummy, I'm going to show you. Listen to what I'm saying closely. Of course, we in the house now, long story short. But it's happening again. I told all y'all, I saw a house in Barbados that I literally, out of nowhere, I'm not looking at no house. And bro, the only thing that I go back to is I saw Thomas the Train when I saw it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was like, God, you ain't got to prove nothing. I've told some people, other people, and I heard some people like, yo. I was like, yo, and here's the truth. Here's the truth. I look at the house, see, and it's not, and I'm going to say this cautiously because it's what Carl wants.
Absolutely.
But I'm explaining it. It's not the house that's like mansion. No. It's what I want.
Then it's a mansion.
I see my family.
It's a mansion then.
And I told other people, this is not the only house I'm going to get. I might get another mansion somewhere. But as of right now, this vision right here, bro, it came on me. Like I'm in Barbados literally a year and a half ago, just scrolling the internet, not looking at no intent. Yep. Bro, I ain't looking at no house. I'm there to relax, chill, whatever, enjoy family. I came across this thing, bro, and it has been in my heart ever since. Bro, I don't have no strategy. I don't have nothing, but I have everything because I literally looked at that and I was like, God, I saw what you did before.
Yeah.
And I'm going to operate on that frequency. I said the only thing that stops Carl from getting that house is if Carl dies. That's the only thing. It's death or I get it. There's no other option.
And then they'll get it in your death.
And if I'm not there, they're going to get it.
They'll get it in your death.
You get what I'm saying? So when you talk about vision, now and again, this is a lot of influence, obviously, from this community, but a lot from Maul. It's like, yo, I heard Maul talk about that story of just believing. Bro, that's a frequency.
Yeah.
That's when we talk about the high frequencies, love, trust, belief. That's a frequency.
He said the 3.
Bruh, I'm staying up there. Love, trust, belief, like those are
the
high
3.
frequency.
And, that's a high frequency.
So if I stay on that frequency, the world is going to operate at that frequency with me. You see what I'm saying? Everything around me, whoever I share this with, if you're not on that frequency, guess what? You're going to remove yourself because I can't hear you. I'm not tuned to that station. So when I tell y'all I'm locked into that frequency in a way that I've never been locked in anything in my life before. Yeah. And here's I don't want people to hear this. I'm not sitting here coming up with a strategy for it. Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh, no, God, I saw what you did before. I'll listen for what you tell me to do, and I'll be diligent and be a steward every day of what you tell me to do, and it's done. I don't have to go, I'm going to start Ubering now, come up with some extra cash. No. I'm going to start doing, no, it's done. Yeah. But I'm understanding now you got to operate at that frequency consistently. I'm going to the gym every single day, 5 days a week. Frequency, not in one area. Like I'm trying to be a steward in everything, every single day at 5:30 in the morning at the gym. Like Carl, and this ties back to what Gersh did. Your level of frequency can elevate, and once your level of frequency elevates, bro, it's done. It's done. It's all done. So,
hey man, I just got to throw this part in, man, because what you just said really hit home. Pastor Hannah all month been doing a series called "It Had to Happen." It had to happen. When you just look back, and there's somebody that's even on here right now that's listening.
Involved,
and
Chicago boy.
And they going through something right now. And right now they like, man, God, why me? Man, God, like, why? Man, I thought I was gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Like, that's where that faith boy is so important. Like, if you don't stop, like when you're able to look back, especially be on this side of it, Carl, if you would have never got evicted out of that place, and it wasn't something of your own doing, but if you would have never got evicted, you would have never been able to. If you would have never been able to get that house, then because you would have probably stayed in that apartment paying rent your whole life.
Yeah.
But because of that, you went and did that. Same thing with E. And it's almost like a lot of times we don't realize. I for years I always ask God, why am I a police officer? Like, why? Not ever knowing, bro, that it would be my story. Like, literally, I would connect with millions of people from across the world on a blue-collar level because I kept my 9 to 5.
Yeah.
So in order for me, I was always told, I had a prophet one time came to church, and he told me, he picked me out of the crowd, and he was just like, he told me, he said I was going to be a minister, right? And I was like, oh, man, I'm church, man. I didn't think, though, that I would be a minister.
You just had some Pepto-Bismol, bro.
But he told me this, too. He said, keep a heart for the people. He said, you have a heart for people. And he said, keep that. You're going to need that for where you're going. This was years ago, maybe about 15 years ago. This man told me this. And now I realize, now I look back and say, man, it had to happen. Yeah. So I think sometimes we try to prematurely get out of things that's taking place in our life, not realizing that it's actually setting you up.
For that.
Hey, we talk about this in the community all the time. It's only 2 drivers, pain or pleasure. Yeah. The problem is we don't know which is which. We perceive pain as pain,
Right,
You see what I'm saying? We don't know which is which. So
Yeah,
we
yeah.
perceive this circumstance as pain when really and truly this is the eviction is the circumstance that's going to get me the house in Barbados. Like, it's literally that thing. You see what I'm saying? It's the perceived pain. And then the perceived pleasure, I'm going to do short-term, whatever, now to feel good, that's actually painful in the long run. So it's confusing.
And you thought that eviction was made to get you out of this apartment building, but really that eviction was made to get you out of your comfort zone.
100. And I'm just saying, we could apply that to everything. Huh?
It wasn't no apartment.
Yeah, it wasn't a house. It was a house. Yeah, it was a house.
But it wasn't yours.
No.
It was right around the corner.
It was literally, and
right
I
there.
laugh. Oh, no, I'm talking about right there.
It was right
behind
there.
E's house. Literally. So right there we were living, got evicted out of that.
And got in
then
right here.
Got in right here.
And what's the difference in rent to own to the mortgage?
No, so it was the person that was renting. It's a long story, but I paid a little over there.
Yeah.
It wasn't a lot. That's how I ended up getting over there because they were like, "Yo, we just need somebody in the house," kind of thing. Yeah. So, but
Until the
to your
police come
point,
get it.
no, right? But to your point, though, I would have paid that little forever.
No question.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
Thinking
paying,
that
bruh,
that was a blessing.
and thinking that I'm hooked up. I was paying a couple $100 a
Thinking
month
that
for
was
a
a blessing.
4 bedroom house. You know what I'm saying? Thinking that this the lick.
Yeah.
Nah, that
It
ain't
wasn't.
it. That wasn't it.
Organifi. Shout out to Organifi, the superfood green juice powder, keeping this podcast sponsored for the last, I don't know, however many years. They've been rocking with us for a minute. We appreciate them, man. Y'all go to Organifi.com. We got some Organifi, you know what I'm saying, paraphernalia over there. Go to Organifi.com, use the promo code SUCCESS, get 20% off your order. Go get that green juice, bro. It'll change your life. Also, Douglas coachingwithET.com, coachingwithET.com. They can still rock with you, right? You still rocking?
Yeah, I'm still rocking.
I love it, man. Hey, man, I get, in all seriousness, bro, I'm getting some phenomenal testimonials from, the people. For those of y'all who keep asking us, where can you get your flight assessment? CoachingwithET.com. All right, we got you right there. Go to coachingwithET.com, take your flight assessment, get your coaching started with ET right now. Anybody else got any announcements? Maul, what you got going on, brother?
Oh, man, people just closing deals still, bro. The devil is a liar.
Yeah.
The real estate market is still booming. People still closing deals. Got a member, forgive me, husband and wife team. They just closed the deal, got over $200,000 on the deal in a whole nother state. I just got a picture sent to me while we was on the podcast right now of a couple that just closed on their property out of state.
Come on.
Yeah, just.
How much they make off?
I don't even know, brother. I just got a picture of them smiling like this.
That's all that counts.
With a FedEx envelope. I don't even know, bro.
Hey, let me say this.
With the FedEx envelope. Come on.
Check it.
That's how you know it's a check.
It's a check in there.
I got a quick question before we wrap. E, man, like who would you say is the best two-man to ever?
Ever.
Yeah, ever.
Yeah, ever.
Yeah, who?
Carlos Quinney
You sure?
Jr.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay, I got a little surprise for you. Go open the door for me real quick. Yeah, I told you, you know what I'm saying? Just I try to be the best two-man in the world. I just want to make sure I got my status in.
Are they out here?
I don't know.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, come on. Come on. Hey, listen. Look, hey, so for those of y'all, my brother is here. Hold on. Oh, listen. Hold on.
Call me next week.
Yeah.
Next week, what I do?
Oh, no. Let me sit real quick. Let's finish the pod. Let me tell you something.
The pod is finished.
No. Hey, it was a while ago. He said something about, I know he doing the brisket, you know what I'm saying, that kind of thing. So he was asking me about it, and I let him think I forgot.
Yeah.
But I want to let you know
Yeah.
that your boy, you know what I'm saying, with the assistance of Big Bro.
Not with the assistance, with the whole.
Yeah. Okay. You know what I'm saying? We went, ordered this is from Snake River Farms.
Wow.
This is a Wagyu.
Wow.
Top, as high as you can go in America.
I'm about to kiss Nick in the mouth.
As high as you can go in America.
Wow.
They top of the line brisket. So it's not a lot I could do for you. You know what I'm saying? You've got everything. You got 2 Escalades. You know what I'm saying? You got all the money you could possibly
I got
need.
one at a time, Maul.
But from
Can I open it for the
from
people?
me to you, I think it's wrapped up, right? Yeah,
it's
you got it. Yeah,
wrapped.
it's
Okay.
wrapped up.
If E had answered differently, would this have changed the flow of this conversation?
I was gonna
Tell
take it to
Nick
the
to
crib.
keep going.
I was gonna take it to the crib. I was gonna text him and say, abort. Yeah, but anyway, so full story. I told Maul this morning. Full story. So listen, today, I'm not joking. I had to order that last week.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I had to order. Oh yeah, that's the smell. Remember I told you I smelled.
smelled you.
Yeah. Come on. Hey, so yeah. Come on.
Get in.
Oh, slow down. Slow
He
down.
did the double.
I smell better than Buck.
Oh yeah. Hey, look.
Bucky smell like Buck.
But listen, so he texted me this morning. Literally, it had to be early too. He took a red eye, so I'm like, he on the flight. It's about 3 a.m. where he at. He talking about, hey, text me Nick number. And I was like, oh man. I was like, here you go. I was like, I knew you was talking about Nick, my brother. I was like, which Nick? So I'm playing him all the way. I was like, which one, bro? And he was like, I said, my brother? He was like, yeah. So I text him Nick number, and I hit Nick like, hey, he about to hit you, but don't say nothing. I was like, yo, tell him you got him next week.
I'm like, Nick, next week. I'm
Yeah,
like,
right.
What's wrong? I'm like,
I'm
what's
here
up?
now.
Yeah. So anyway, but we already had it, bro. We ordered it last
Praise
week.
God.
Just got over here.
Oh, let me tell you something.
Bro.
Yeah, no. We
I'm
had,
so pissed I went to Outback.
Oh, yeah. I know. But you got it, though.
Yeah, I got it.
You know,
But you still got to cut you just a little
Oh, yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to cut it for you.
Yeah.
Butcher it.
All right. No, I want. Okay, I'm ready.
So anyway, man, love you, dog.
Love you too.
Like I said, it ain't a whole lot I can do for
Appreciate
you,
you.
Nick. Appreciate Nick been fiending all week to get his hands on that thing. Been texting me every day.
This the real. This the old. This the.
Oh man, it's my
OG.
older brother.
This
You know,
the
I'm the
older
middle
brother.
child, man. I got an older
Yeah.
brother, younger brother. I know y'all seen Train a bunch,
Yeah,
but
so
man, this is my
C
heart
always
right here, man.
talking about what he could do, but C be making calls. C don't be
Oh, yeah.
doing nothing. The big bruh still coming through.
Oh, absolutely,
Still
bro.
coming through.
I ain't no fool, man. My people got me. So Nick,
podcast
appreciate
family,
you.
this is the
Yeah, we
man.
right-
This the man that kept CJ alive.
That's
all
it.
these-
Oh, no
Yeah.
question.
kept
Yeah.
getting beat
No
up
question.
and all
Yeah.
that other stuff.
Yeah.
Let me tell you
Yeah.
something. I tell people all the time, bro.
Yeah.
You want to see somebody who never has a bad day?
Yeah.
That's my brother.
Amen.
Yo, like
Sure.
straight up. I talk about literally. Hey, when I'm stressed and I got a lot going on with work and I feel like that anxiety kicking up,
Yeah.
I could always call my older brother and he'd be like, yo, chill out. You
chill
good.
out.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
man, appreciate all
Appreciate
y'all,
you, Nick.
man. Like I said, we about to dive into the Patreon. We're going to let y'all stick around for the taste test. The rest of y'all out of here. Go to Patreon. Sign up for the Patreon so y'all can watch live. Love y'all. We out of here. We'll
See you next week.
I want you to focus on here right now. Don't you worry about when you get home. You concentrate on this opportunity. You don't worry about tomorrow. You concentrate on this opportunity with all your might, with all your soul, with all your heart.
Thank you so much for rocking with us as always, right? We don't take it lightly, guys. And we hope that we've provided transformation and not just information. We want you to become the best version of yourself, right? Make sure you check out the show notes to access all the important links and get your product discounts. Now, one favor we're asking of you, do us this favor. Make sure you subscribe and leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. We want to know your feedback and how we can serve you better. And if there's anyone that you think could benefit from listening to this show, please, I'm begging you, please share it with them. And remember, as E always says, if you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful.
But you do that because I'm always prepared that we may not live in that house one day. One day something might happen and we might have to go back to that. And if I have to go back to that much in my life, then I know what it feels like and I can handle it. It didn't happen to me at 19. It didn't happen to me at 20. It didn't happen to me at 30. It happened to me at 40. After I had been through all the pressure I thought I could go through. Life said, you finished with all the pressure? I said, yeah. I said, let's bring on the heat. And then when I went through the pressure and the heat, y'all, I thought it was over. The Creator said, now you ready more. And the only way they could tell if a diamond is a diamond or if it's fake is by applying pressure is how they tell. They'll just look at it. You think you just look in the thing like I looked in the thing. They'll just bring it here. Bah, put it on some glass. Bah, okay, it's real. So I'm being honest with you. I'm not giving you the 7 principles I'm trying to tell you the very first thing I want to tell you before we go through the principles. It's going to be a dog. Deliberate. The stuff that you wrote down on that piece of paper is not going to happen by osmosis. You're not going to wake up one day and find a law degree. You're not just going to walk out of your house. There it is with my name on it. I'm a doctor now. It suddenly appeared. It's not going to work like that. If you're married, it's not going to. If you're married, I promise you, I've been married over 26 years. I'm doing all the right stuff. I'm not hurting nobody. I'm finding folks' wallet, and I'm finding a way to get their wallet back. I'm not disrespecting females. Like, I'm trying to do all the right stuff. Why am I broke? And God said, being a good person, son, has nothing to do with making money. That's absolutely, you're a good person, and you're going to be rewarded for that. Ask CJ, I can lose my computer, and somebody's going to send it back to me. I lose stuff all the time. So you need to be on Facebook, because Facebook, they're not just good people. They do the analytics and tell you who's watching your stuff and who's not watching it. They give you the numbers. Hear what I'm saying? If you are intentional and deliberate. So I wake up every single day. See, I don't care what country I'm in. I don't care. Negative 18 hours. And I'm still getting up at the exact same time. CJ, did we work out since we've been here? We just finished working out. How long did I run on the treadmill? Nothing changes. Nothing changes, guys. I'm very intentional. And some of you could be you'd be so much better if you just didn't leave things a chance. Eric, what are you saying? I thought you were a man of faith. I am. Faith without works is dead. We bring her. I brought my wife. If I crash with my wife, that's it for her leg. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? So faith is great. We believe we're going to get here. We believe things are going to work out. But I still got to get on the plane. I still got to land. I still got to work out. I still got to do TGIM. We still got to do the podcast. Like nothing changes because I'm in a different country and I'm in today or tomorrow. I'm literally in tomorrow right now. Need you to write this down. How can you be more intentional and deliberate about your life? And when you get home, you're going to answer it for me. All right, 2 more things. I'm going to let you guys get out of here, I promise. I need you to be intentional and deliberate. Do we do the podcast at a different time every week? Same time. Do we do Thank God It's Monday on Wednesday? As a preacher, do I have my services on Thursday? And over and over and over and over and over. I need you to have a heightened sense of awareness. When he walked in the room, before he moved, he studied. And many of you in this room, you are moving and then studying. And you keep making the same mistakes over and over and over and over again. Come on, hear what I'm telling you, making the same mistakes over and over and over. And I remember crying. Why are these guys, motivational speakers, traveling all over the world? The work is what I'm trying to tell you. Do the inner work so you don't build with one hand and tear down with another hand. Do the work, not the external work. Number 1, identify who currently has the most control over your life. I want to teach. I'm sorry. I know I got to get out of here. We got other speakers. Let me run through this. Identify who currently has the most influence or control over your life. If it's Instagram, stop it. Take a 30-day break. If Instagram, you can't, and you know it, because if you don't post, you feel some type of way. Just be real. You gifted, you talented, but you still got to be seen. It's not enough for you to be phenomenal without them knowing it. Like, they got to see your every move. Now, it's okay to do it for marketing purposes. You know what I'm talking about, but when you're doing it, you got a little thing on you, and you kind of taking a little God's glory. Yeah, the Lord, but me too, though. You feel me? You do get the Lord his credit. God is the but real quick. Nope, erase that one, give me that one. Nope, the light wasn't good on that one. Hit me with that one. All right, bet. Cool, we good now. Why does this person or thing have control over you? Ask the question, is it healthy? Dee and CJ, is healthy control over me? Power comes with a cost. I don't want it no more. CJ, my wife was like, yo, I'm not satisfied. I'm on the next conference. Like, I'm not feeling and here's what I love about my wife. I'm like, yo, sweetheart, the reason why it didn't look like this before in teen, the reason why it didn't look like it before, because I didn't want it. What I love about my wife is, like, I don't care what you want. She's demanding. I know you ain't into aesthetics, but when you come, there is a group that is, and when they walk in, the conference need to start when they come in. It don't need to start tiff like we need to take this to the next level. Shirts, the colors, we need to take this to I know you ain't on that, but there are people who own that. That's why you need demanding people in your life. Most of you got sucker. Oh, man. Most of you got, and you know what's so funny? You pissed that you got followers, but you ain't strong enough to have other leaders in your life. You pissed at the followers, though. You pissed at the people you can control, but you mad because they're not controlling. You mad because they ain't stepping up. But if they stepped up, they would push your butt, and you don't really want to be pushed. I got Didi on one side, CJ. I get pushed all the time. But it don't bother me because they're going to make me better. I don't have no ego problem. The reality is, both of them is way sweeter in decision-making, and Didi way sweeter in structure. I do one thing, and I do it well. I'm okay with that. I'm the CEO. I must tell you, I probably make 20% of the decisions in this company. I don't even decide where we eat. Good. What's your dream life? Not what your mama dream life is for you, what your wife dream life, what your husband's dream life is for you. No, stop being bullied. What's your dream life? Stop being bullied. Well, I'm just going to bless my spouse. Stop being bullied. Your spouse might die one day. What you going to do with your life when they gone? Didi wasn't born for me. God made Didi separately from me. Now, there are things that we could do together, but Didi got her own life. Are you hearing what I'm saying? And sometimes it's a life together. But if I die, Didi, like, if you die, I'm not going to be out here with nothing. I love you, but I ain't leaning on you to the point that if you die, I die. If you die, it's been a phenomenal life. Now I'm about to get on with the rest of the 20, 30 years God got for me. Are you hearing what I'm saying? We weren't born together. So stop it's okay to help somebody with their life, but have your own life. What's your dream life? So I want you to look here. What's the demands? Many of us have gotten so used to playing to the demands of society, what we should be doing on the internet, our families, our friends, our own minds that are sick, that we don't even allow ourselves to consider who we really are and what we really need. So are you following the demands of others, or are you following the demands of self? Friend, family, work, or happiness, fulfillment, purpose? All right, let's go to the next one. Here's why this is important, right? Why you're not centered. You don't know what you want. You know what you want, but you compromise too much. Come on, I'm just being real. Show me your hand. You know what you want, but when they say what they want, it always more important than what you want. Let me see your hand. Always. Yeah, hands down. Come on, one more time. I want you to feel that. There are those of us in this room, we do know what we want. But when the bullies start talking, you know what we do? We back down and let the bully have what they want. And I'm saying you're going to have a talk with the bully and go, it's going to have to be mutual. Because I don't need you if all I'm doing is blessing your life and my life ain't getting blessed. Like I'm not looking to get used and abused. I want some mutualism. I'll never forget, LaShawna had hit me up and she's like, ETA Records. She was like, I think it was back in the day. We had made like 250, 300, something, I don't know. It was like when we first started, YouTube stuff, we making our money off it. She's like, all right, we're going to write this check. The way everything's set up is 75-25 UNC. I was like, boo, we just did that on paper. But I'm like, at some point, you don't think God going to reveal to me that you being shady? You don't think God going to show me that? And C was like, that's why I keep telling you don't make decisions. He'll give me every now and then. He'll jab me. That's why I say let him come through me first. You're right. But why didn't I? Because I want to make some decisions. I'm grown. And it's my life and I want it now. I want to make the decision. Look at the emotional decisions you made and look where you are. The last one, you don't have a system for consistency to get what you want. So you know what you want, but you don't have a system to tell you how to get there. Michael Jordan was phenomenal until he got with Phil Jackson. He didn't win nothing. You walking around here, you ain't got no system, and you love to hang with other people that don't have a system because you get pissed when people bring you a system and try to put you in the system. But look how your life is being destroyed because you don't have one. I'm not talking about what you post. I'm not talking about how you look and what you drive. I'm talking about the inner man. When you going to do the work? Do the work is what I'm trying to tell you. Do the inner work so you don't build with one hand and tear down with another hand. Do the work, not the external work. This your life. This your life with the first three. You look good in front of everybody. That joke about the crash. They woke up the next day 55 apartment buildings had hit the ground, almost 100 people dead in the middle of the night because somebody built the structure and they built the granite countertops. And people went in and saw the granite countertops and loved it. They saw the pool. They saw the beach. They saw the palm trees and the beautiful sand. They saw it all. They spent millions of dollars to live in this joker. And one day they went to sleep and didn't wake up because the structural damage wasn't taken. This your life. You look good. Go back to the first one. This how you look on Instagram. This you on social media. This you look good in front of everybody. You walk out the house, you looking good. Do the work in the name of Jesus Christ. Do the work. If you do the inner work, your stuff will never crash. If you do the inner work, if you fix the inner man, if you fix the inner woman, movie deals will come to you. Book deals will come to you. You will mysteriously attract billionaires and multimillionaires. And you don't do anything but get up and be you. That's how you know when you're not right, because you overdoing stuff. The symptom is a sign or indication of a root cause, but it is not by itself the cause. It's a symptom. Y'all fixing symptoms with shoes, symptoms with Instagram. You fixing symptoms. That doesn't work. You got to get to the root cause. Most often, symptoms lack specificity. That's good. I wouldn't have said that 10 years ago. Praise God for that. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing the inner work. Specificity. You feel me? Then you can come out and do it. I love it. Thank you, Jesus. Let me stop bragging. I ain't see the other words. Oh, okay. All right. And are difficult to categorize. They're difficult. That's why it's hard. That's why it's easy to do the internet stuff, because you can see it. They gave you a system. That's why you can go buy the purse, because it's a system. As a matter of fact, they created a system for people with low self-esteem. They created a system for people with low self-esteem. Give me the word. Give me the word. Somebody give me the word. Kanye talked about it on his album. I forgot. When you got to buy stuff. What's the name of that? When you go buy clothes and all that kind of stuff. What is it? Retail therapy. Yeah, it's therapy. They know you got low self-esteem, and they know that if you walk around with a bag that costs $1,500, you're going to feel good about yourself. So they create the bag so you can walk around and go, look, I've got self-esteem. I'm somebody. Look at me. Is there something wrong with having a nice bag? No, as long as you're buying a purse, that's because that's what you wanted, not because you can't leave the house without it. I called my wife yesterday. I already knew she came to work. And we was downstairs doing the marriage. I'm like, Didi, you got to come downstairs real quick. She wasn't on I'm not dressed right. She had on some doggone rerun. Rerun. I said it. Rerun denim pants on. MC Hammer. Yeah, y'all should say MC. I'm saying rerun. Y'all don't get it. Rerun. I said it right. Rerun. Right? And some whatever. My wife came straight downstairs looking exact. She didn't say, let me go put on some makeup. I can't come out like this. She like, I can always come out like me. It's me. And if you love me, you love me. If you don't, I can't. It ain't nothing I can put on that's going to make you love me. And so it's hard for some of you because you're playing with the symptom. Just deal with the root. Your daddy wasn't in your life and you still need to be seen. Just deal with it. Your mama didn't come to your recital and you still heard about it. Just do the inner work. Do you understand that God gives you time to fix it in the dark before it come out in the light? Do you understand how gracious God is? He give you time in the dark. You the one playing in the dark and don't want to do the work, and you thinking it ain't gonna never come to the light. Your whole joint gonna crash. I got stuff that I got to deal with in the dark, so when I come out in the light, I don't want to look like this. It's people dead, y'all. And you know what's so funny? You can actually go back and they will show you the actual structural damage that was on there and what they were supposed to do to fix it. And it wasn't too long ago they were supposed to fix it, and they kept saying they're going to get to it. But guess what they was doing every day? Making sure the countertops were sweet, making sure the glass, they was washing the glass on the outside. They was doing all that outside stuff. And people lost their lives because somebody didn't do the inner work. The GPS coordinates. All right, let's go. it's difficult to create a solution directly to address this. All right, come on, just go, y'all. We got to go. Symptoms are changes in the level of some key monitor that measures the achievement or an objective. Guys, this is why we got to measure ourselves every day. Maul say, get on the scale every day. Why? Because when you get on the scale every day, you know if you're going up, down, get off the internet scale and get on the life scale. Stop jumping on the internet first. Check your life. I got a OnStar. OnStar getting on my nerve. OnStar like, yo, your tire pressure is low, right? They keep telling me. The other day they told me, if you don't respond, we're going to stop telling you because apparently you don't want to know. But doggone, this is an Escalade. We need the tire pressure to be at a certain spot. Why? So you get the performance. You can't have air out of this tire, air out of this tire. We need all the tires to be the same. And they told me exactly what they were. You got to start doing the inner work. Stop getting up and worried about what people look and see. Start doing the inner work. You know what you're struggling with. Go deal with it before you lose your, okay, all right. The role of the symptom is to alert, not make you go to the mall, not make you call a man that you know can't stand your gut. Look, we're so sick that we will connect with people that hurt us because we're so sick, we just got to be with somebody. Even though you know that person ain't good for you. You so sick. Deal with why you are sick, not picking up the phone and calling that person or texting that person. Just deal with, I'm hurt. I can't be alone. For some reason, I got to be with somebody. And just fix it where you learn to be by yourself. It's an alert management to a problem. There is a gap between what should be happening and what is happening. Fix the gap. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. Get to the spot. Stay at the spot. Get to the spot. This is the spot. ETA is the spot. Here's the problem with some of y'all. You do what we tell you to do, and then once it don't feel the way you want it to feel, you leave. Get to the spot. Stay at the spot. Write it down. Get to the church, stay at the church. People be coming to my church. I ain't know you were a pastor. I ain't want you to know. Stay with your pastor. It's the third pastor you done went to. I don't want that mess. I don't want the problems. You said whatever. My pastor wasn't. What about the other one? Yeah, he wasn't. What about the other one? Yeah, she was. Okay, go stay with one of them. Because if you left them, you going to leave me. If you had drama at their church, you're going to bring drama to mine. I don't want that. Stay somewhere long enough. CJ and I stayed together. Now C is perfect. I ain't. C is healed. I wasn't. So I had to do some inner work to keep this relationship together. Get to the spot, stay to the spot, stay there long enough, and stay there during the pain, the defeat, and the darkness. Show me Jay-Z. Stop. Let's go. Let's go to Jay-Z. Don't push it, though. Don't push it. Watch this, y'all. I want to show y'all something. As a man, and I want to just be honest with y'all, as a man, I don't really get into hip-hop artists like, that's my guy. Pac was my guy. Pac was my guy. Lauryn Hill, that was my girl, right? But I just don't be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, ugh. But one time in my life, I was just like, Jay-Z, Dame Dash. And it wasn't even the music. I was like, wow. I'm from Chicago, Detroit. Wow, Bruhs as one? This don't happen often. Nino Brown, this don't happen often. With Bruhs, it's egos. They together for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, but they gonna break up at some point, right? But I wanna show y'all something. Here's what happens when you don't do the inner work. You can say whatever you wanna say publicly. You could probably mean it with all your heart. But if you don't do the inner work, fellas, young ladies, with all y'all little groups that y'all together and y'all brothers for life. I don't know how long that lasts. When you come together with somebody, yeah. Let me tell y'all something. I was sold. I was sold. Y'all can't see what I can see. Y'all gonna see it in a second. I was sold. When I saw that, I don't care what they was rapping about. I was sold, y'all. I was like, God, there are two black men can be together as one and make money together and kill the world together. They can. These boys, I was just like, wow. Now, Jay doing his thing, Dame, I suppose, doing his thing, but they ain't doing it together, and they ain't do it like Jay said they was going to do it in the record. Jay doing his thing. Beyonce kid, Jay killing the game. we don't got nothing but respect for Jay. Dame look like he married, got kid, he doing his thing. I'm not mad at anyone. They killing the game. I'm just saying my heart was broken. They ain't do nothing wrong. My heart was broken. For the first time in my life as a young African-American man, I was like, yo, we can do this thing together and we're not going to have to split up. I almost got one. I don't even wear jewelry. I almost bought me one and had that joker like, what? For life. Because this was a symbol of greatness. Come on. There wasn't no greater lyric to me. He talking about I go to heaven. What happened to heaven's gates? Your son like mine. We got it. We different. We got the same pot. There's some street code stuff. I was feeling this. Like, yeah, we can do this thing together. I ain't mad at neither one of them. They killing the game. But I'm saying you had me believing. Something happened with God, the heaven's gate. Some inner work happened. Somebody didn't do inner work. And when me and C together, I swear to you, I'm not playing. C, as much as I believe is perfect, we was going to break up because I had some inner work to do. I had some trust issue. We wouldn't be we wouldn't be killing the world. It was three of us to change the world. And then LaShawna came, and then folks came. The three of us changed the world. We never had an office. CJ wasn't even in the same city we was in. CJ was all over the world. We was killing it. I said, the only thing gonna break this up is my trust issues. It ain't got nothing to do with C, but it's between me and me. I got to deal with it. I'm gonna break us up. I don't know who did it. Jay probably didn't do it. I don't know. Dame might have done it. I don't know. I don't know who did it, but I do know somebody didn't do the inner work. Can I go back? My man said, I go to heaven's gates. I switch my life for yours. What happened with the switch? I got your son. I keep him in line. One of the fierest doggone lyrics on there. Jay said, you ain't liking my girl. That's street code. Your girl off limits to me. Something happened to you. Something happened to me. Your girl off limits. That's street code. That's where I come from. I felt what Jay was saying. I said, man, two men can come together. They dominated the space. Low key, I ain't think none of them was on Pac level. Low key. I ain't think none of them was on Biggie level. Low key. But they was the best out because they was a brotherhood. What you building on, y'all? What you building on? You building on money? Huh? This is what Jamal taught us. This is why I roll with Maul. Well, family, faith, finances, fitness, freedom.